What is going on, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys with Dallas Stewart. Dallas, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yep, and now we are going to get to our Week 13 picks for the 2021 NFL season. Dallas, last week you went 9-6, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
You went 9-6. I went 8-7. Another week above 500, and now that was week 12, and now we're on the week 13. First off, Thursday night football. We got the Dallas Cowboys going up against the New Orleans Saints. Two teams from the Thanksgiving weekend games from back on Thursdays. Cowboys falling in a crazy overtime game at home against the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Saints got obliterated at home by the Buffalo Bills. Cowboys, of course, were without CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. Had a bunch of guys out with COVID, and now Mike McCarthy is out with COVID this week against the Saints. I don't think it should be much of a problem because I think the Cowboys will have their key receivers back. So I got the Dallas Cowboys bouncing back against the Saints. So give me Dallas.
Yeah, so do I. I got Dallas. The Saints have just been ravaged by injuries, and it's starting to show. I believe they lose their fifth straight this week.
Yeah, I agree on that too. All right, up next we got the Indianapolis Colts, who had a crazy game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, had a lead for a while, and then just freaking choked it away, gave up 4 Leonard Fournette touchdowns, including what would be the game winner, going to Houston to take on the Houston Texans. The Texans in the dumpster bowl, toilet bowl, whatever the hell you want to call it, falling to the New York Jets with Zach Wilson being back. Obviously, both those teams suck, so give me the Colts to... obviously, Texans and Jets both suck, so give me the Colts to complete the sweep.
Yeah, give me the Colts to complete the sweep. The Texans are just dreadful. The Colts will bounce back from that really tough loss against the Buccaneers.
Yep. Up next, we got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. The Vikings got beat by the San Francisco 49ers. It was close for a little bit, but then they gave up too many big plays to the 49ers defense, and the 49ers just took full advantage. Meanwhile, the Detroit Lions, pretty much in a close game on Thanksgiving against the Chicago Bears, and another game that ended on a last-second field goal.
Yeah, that's 3 of them this year for them.
Yep, that pretty much sums up Detroit Lions' season other than the tie and, of course, the games where they got blown out. And the Vikings are one of the teams that had one of those last-second field goals against the Lions. But, I'm gonna take Minnesota to complete the sweep.
Yeah, I'm going to take Minnesota to complete the sweep, bounce back from that tough loss in San Francisco, and to get back to 500 and stay in the wild card race in the NFC.
Yeah, pretty much that. All right, up next we got the New York Giants going to South Beach to take on the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins just took it to the Carolina Panthers. No contest at all. Meanwhile, the New York Giants barely squawked out one against the Philadelphia Eagles at home. That was a red zone reaction, both those games. Really close game, and Jalen Hurts just crapped the bed that game. But
Eagles fell for a trap game.
Yep. But I think Miami should be able to take care of their business, and the Giants are going to be in for a letdown. So give me the Dolphins at home.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins to make it 5 in a row. They are playing really well right now. Yeah, I think the Giants are due for a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah. Up next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons. The Buccaneers had that crazy game against the Indianapolis Colts, came back from down 10, and Leonard Fournette going off 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 1 in the air. That was all about the running backs that game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Granted, the Buccaneers did also have Rob Gronkowski back. Still no Antonio Brown. Meanwhile, the Falcons were able to get it done against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Granted, it was didn't the Falcons win by 6 points?
Yeah, they won by 7.
7 points, just by a touchdown. But let's be real, Falcons, you were playing the Jaguars, and Buccaneers are gonna sweep you guys. So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to take care of their business against Atlanta. Give me the Bucs.
Yeah, give me the Bucs to complete the sweep and get to 9-3.
Yep. Up next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles back in MetLife Stadium again, taking on the New York Jets. The Eagles would fall for that trap against the New York Giants, and the Jets winning the toilet bowl against the Houston Texans. I got the Philadelphia Eagles bouncing back and getting a win against the Jets. They're way better than the Jets, obviously. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, give me the Eagles to bounce back after that freaking that trap game against the Giants last week, and I like them to stay in the picture in the wild card race and maybe stay within striking distance of the Cowboys in the NFC East.
Yep. All right. Up next, we got the Arizona Cardinals going to Chicago, taking on the Chicago Bears. Cardinals coming off their bye week after they, of course, took care of their business against us. And then the Chicago Bears pulling off a last-second win against the Detroit Lions in Detroit on Thanksgiving with a final second field goal to pull out the win. But I got the Arizona Cardinals just sticking to the Bears. Bears are in for a letdown. Give me the Cardinals.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals to get to 10-2, and they'll probably have Murray and Hopkins back. I would imagine.
Yeah, but for how long though? If the guys get hurt again during the season, which would obviously cost them in the playoffs when they get to the postseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long does Murray stay healthy this time?
Yeah, who knows?
All right. Up next, we got the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Chargers falling for that big-time trap and getting clapped by the Denver Broncos. In Denver, Pat Surtain, pick 6. Justin Herbert played like absolute dog shit that game. And the Cincinnati Bengals, meanwhile, at home, just completed the sweep and just completely stuck it to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger just did not have a chance in that game. And that house call was pretty much the dagger. And they put a 40-burger on Pittsburgh. Man. But other than that, though, I think the Bengals are playing some good football right now. They've had some letdowns, but they're just rolling, and Jamar Chase is going to be I think he most likely will be the offensive rookie of the year. Joe Burrow's playing some of his best football in his second year, and you know what? I like the Bengals this game. Give me Cincinnati to hand the Chargers back-to-back losses. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, give me the Bengals as well. It seems like they're starting to get on a bit of a roll after that mini 2-game losing streak they had against the Jets, and then getting blown out at home by Cleveland. I think the Chargers are frauds. They start off 4-1 and they're 2-4 since.
Yeah.
Maybe they weren't as good as that record indicated early in the year.
Yeah, I agree.
Their defense is just not very good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Up next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going to SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Rams. The Jaguars lost to the Falcons, and the Rams just got their shit rocked in Lambeau Field in Green Bay by Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Aaron Rodgers punked Jalen Ramsey on that touchdown run. That was a hell of a touchdown run by Aaron Rodgers earlier. Ramsey totally got punked, and Matthew Stafford. I mean, Aaron Rodgers owns Matthew Stafford. Let's be real on that.
Yeah, he does.
He still owns him, even though he's on another team. But Matthew Stafford turned back into Detroit Lions Matthew Stafford, and he freaking just choked it against the Green Bay Packers, as expected. But this time they're playing Jags. Lock of the week. Rams blow out the Jags.
Yeah, lock of the week. Rams end their 3-game losing streak and probably do it in emphatic fashion. Yeah, they're going to get out of their little skid they've been in. The Jaguars are absolutely atrocious.
Yeah. All right, up next, we got the Washington football team take on the Raiders, a football team. They basically just barely squeaked it out against us. Granted, we basically shit ourselves in that game, so our season is pretty much done, and at this point now, the Seahawks will be playing spoilers, so see what we can do on those spoilers, but we're still going to have fun with it regardless of it. You know, it is what it is, but let's see if we can pull some spoilers. But Washington football team going to Allegiant Stadium to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. The football team is back in kind of the wild card mix, but I think after last night, I think the Raiders will be in for a letdown. The football team be in for a letdown. I'm going to be taking the Las Vegas Raiders to get a big home win and ride off the momentum of their Thanksgiving win in Dallas. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, you know what? Give me the Raiders as well. It's going to be tough for the Washington to fly across country, and I think they're in for a little bit of a letdown. Give me Raiders to make it 2 in a row and stay in the mix in the AFC West, but also the AFC wildcard race.
Yeah. Up next, we got the Baltimore Ravens going to Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens barely squeaked it out at home against the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, the Steelers got completely annihilated by the Cincinnati Bengals. And, woo, man, Ravens are in control of the number one seed. And, you know, I like them to keep control of that number one seed because, I mean, granted, Lamar got to have a little bit of a better game, but Pittsburgh, I mean, they're last in their division too. They look absolutely lost. Ben Roethlisberger, obviously nearing the end of his career, needs to retire. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Ravens to get another win and hold on to the number one seed in the AFC, so I'm taking the Ravens.
Yeah, give me the Ravens as well. Yeah, the Steelers just don't look like they're a very good team this year.
Yeah.
I like the way the Ravens defense has been playing.
Yeah. All right, up next, our game. San Francisco 49ers coming to Seattle, taking on the Seahawks in Lumen Field. Obviously, we talked about, it's obvious that our season is just really bad. 49ers coming off of a win against the Minnesota Vikings. They're playing some good football right now, and they're in the mix of the wild card, and we are just ready to just try. Let's see if we can see what we can do. Any spoilers, but I'm not expecting a whole lot. This is, we're probably honestly going to be picking the Seahawks maybe at best 3 more times with our game against the Houston Texans and the Bears and the Lions at best, pretty much. But it is what it is, 12s. We're just going to deal with it, but we're still going to have fun in the process. Unfortunately, I got to take the 49ers in this game, but it is what it is, and get ready to embrace for rebuilding, and, you know, it had to happen sometime sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
It did. Unfortunately, I got to go with the Niners as well. I just hope they can keep it competitive.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about this game that it could be a blowout, but the Niners have some injuries, and
no Samuel, no Warner.
Can continue to play like it has been the last 5 or 6 games. We just need to get the offense going.
Yeah, the offense is a reason why the defense is so gassed. I mean, we're last place in time of possession, you know?
I killed us again last night.
Yep.
On the field too long.
Yep. Probably happens again against the 49ers, and I'll be dumping.
I've actually been surprised the way the defense has been playing the last 5 or 6 games.
And shout out to CG Ruthless Sports. If they pulled, I'll be going on CG Ruthless Sports channel on Thursday. Make sure you tune into his stream. Me and Norb and him and another one of his 49er content buddies is going to be on there. So tune in to CG Ruthless Sports at like 3:30 Thursday for that 2-on-2 stream. Of course, John Jay won't be able to be in it this time, unfortunately, and I'll probably most likely be dumping red Gatorade on my head for, you know, to pay, because, you know, the little bet CG did. CG's had to do it the last 3 times because of the Seahawks beating him. So if it happens this week, I'll probably most likely will finally be doing it to myself, and it'll be on YouTube as well. So if we lose that one, stay tuned for that. But if we pull a spoiler, then it is what it is, but probably most likely not going to happen. All right, up next, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. The Broncos just stuck it to the Los Angeles Chargers at home in Mile High. Pat Surtain pick 6. Teddy Bridgewater came out of that game for a little bit after scoring that touchdown. Got hurt, and Drew Lock was in there for a bit, but it didn't really stop the Broncos. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off of their bye week after pulling off that win against the Dallas Cowboys before Thanksgiving. That was who they played before the bye, right? The Cowboys?
Wait, the Broncos?
No, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Oh, yeah, the Chiefs. Yeah, they played the Cowboys before the bye.
Yeah. So Chiefs are well rested, and they're first place in the AFC West, and they're getting their... Mahomes is getting his funk back, and, you know, you let Mahomes in the playoffs, look out, man, you know. I mean, he's getting his funk back ever since his early bad start. He's just playing some good football right now, you know. Even though the Broncos got that win, I think the Broncos are in for a letdown. So give me Kansas City to hold first place. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs to make it 5 in a row and continue their momentum. Things are starting to click for them right now.
Yeah.
Broncos are due for a little bit of a letdown. God, they've been the most up and down team this year, probably.
Yeah.
The Broncos.
Pretty much.
You never know what you're gonna get week by week with them.
Yep, and it's kind of like Buffalo this year too, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and speaking of Buffalo, they're up next, Monday Night Football.
Nice segue.
Yep, Bills are taking on the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football in Buffalo. Patriots coming off of a big win against the Tennessee Titans at home. Kendrick Bourne had 2 touchdowns, one where he ran the tightrope, pretty crazy one too. And Mac Jones is playing. Like I said, he's the best out of the rookie quarterbacks from this quarterback draft class in 2021. Mac Jones is the best quarterback right now out of all the rookie quarterbacks in the league. Meanwhile, Josh Allen is coming off of blowing out the Saints on Thanksgiving and eating turkey leg again. Josh Allen really loves playing on Thanksgiving. He's 2-0 on Thanksgiving games, and big test here coming up against the Patriots. Patriots currently.
This is the game of the week, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is battle for first place in the AFC East, big time. Whew, and this is a really tough one to pick, man. This is, I mean, as much as I like the way Mac Jones is playing and the way Josh Allen just got back on track against the Saints, whew, it's a tough one. But I think I'm gonna pick the Bills and Josh Allen to keep it rolling. But I would not. But if the Patriots defense could shut him down, I think the Patriots could pull it off. It's a tough one, but I think I'm still gonna side Buffalo. But I would not be surprised if New England pulls it off in Buffalo to hold on to first place and get a tiebreaker over them. But I'm gonna take the Buffalo Bills. It's a tough decision, but I'm gonna go Buffalo.
Yeah, you know what? I'm probably going to go Buffalo as well, just because they're at home, and I believe they'll have that crowd behind them, and I believe
the Bills Mafia.
Monday night they'll be amped up for this game. It's a really big game in terms of seeding, but also the AFC East race.
Yep, the Bills Mafia always comes in full force on prime time.
I'll probably pick the Patriots when they play the Bills in New England, though.
Yeah.
They probably split that series this year, considering how improved the Patriots are this year.
All right. Yep. And I agree with that too.
No
but
splits this week. But yeah, I bet New England Buffalo that season series ends in a split.
Well, it'll be interesting, man. Anyway, so these are our Week 13 picks. We got obviously the Niners over us, and because it's just been a bad season. We got the Cowboys over the Saints, Colts over the Texans, Vikings over the Lions, Dolphins over Giants, Buccaneers over the Falcons, Eagles over the Jets, Cardinals over the Bears, Bengals over the Chargers, Rams over Jags, Raiders over football team, Ravens over Steelers, Chiefs over Broncos, and Bills over Patriots on Monday Night Football. And that's our Week 13 picks. Make sure you drop your picks down in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and it's just going to keep it going, regardless of how bad we may be. We're still going to keep the fun going with these picks. Because that's what we love to do. We love football, and, we're just having fun. We're just going to continue to have fun, and this is awesome just doing that. Once again, thank you all for coming in, and if you ain't with it, you ain't infamous, and as always, go Seahawks.